Head coach Bill O'Brien joins GoPSUSports.com for the game day preview leading up to the Wisconsin game. Coach, one last week, but let's talk about Wisconsin's defense. Lead the Big Ten in a number of different categories, or towards the top of the Big Ten: rushing defense, total defense. What do you see from this group on film that we don't see on paper?
The number one thing that you see is a very physical, stout defense. They play, like you said, they play the run very well. And I would tell you what, their secondary's playing well too. So it's a huge challenge for us, just like it is every week in this conference. And you know, we've got to put together a good week of practice, and we've got to come out here ready for a physical football game, because that's what Wisconsin plays.
You've been a physical team all year, but talk about the challenges when you play a team like Wisconsin, who you know coming in is going to be very physical, and you're going to have to line up and play hard and beat them.
Yeah, and that's the challenge. They're a very sound team. They're very well coached on both sides of the ball and on special teams. You know, Coach Bielema does a great job. He's a proven head coach. So, you know, we have to come in. I believe we're going to know where they are. You know, we're going to know where they are based on lineups. They're not going to try to trick you. And our guys need to be ready for a very physical matchup on Saturday.
On the other side of the ball, Monte Ball is a terrific player. James White as well, running back for Wisconsin. What does that running game do well?
It's a very physical running game. It starts with their offensive line and their tight ends. They do a really nice job of running a power football. And Monte Ball and White, the backup, they do an excellent job of getting the ball north and south, breaking tackles, taking care of the football. One cut and get the ball north and south. They don't dance a lot, and Monte Ball is a heck of a player.
Similar to their defense, you know what to expect with them. You know how physical that offensive line is going to be. What type of challenge is this going to be for the D-line and the front seven?
Yeah, I think it's a big challenge, you know, and you know, we have some injuries, obviously, so we're gonna have to stand up to that challenge, and hopefully offensively we can take some of the pressure off of our defense by controlling the football and scoring some points. But our defense is, you know, in for a big fight on Saturday.
With it being the final week of the season, obviously there's a task at hand, and you want to win on Saturday. But this week has to be special to be with this group of players and this group of seniors one final time.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of things that go into this week. You know, you have Thanksgiving, which it's really a neat time of the year. You got college football on Thanksgiving, things like that. You got a lot of great things going on. We're practicing. It's cold. It's football weather. There's a lot of great things. And on top of that, you have a great bunch of guys that you're practicing with. And you know, we're not an undefeated football team, but I think we've accomplished a lot of goals this year. And we've started this football program, this new era of Penn State football, on the right foot. And a lot of the credit has to go to these players, especially this senior class.
People who aren't in the locker room, who aren't in the team meetings, what really has the senior class meant to this football team? Can you put into words?
It's hard to. I think that when you watch them play, you can see a lot of it, because they play with great effort. If you go right down the line, there's some guys in that senior class that maybe people have never heard of. J.R. Rafais comes to mind. You know, he doesn't play a lot on Saturdays, but boy, he does a great job in practice every day. There's just up and down the roster of seniors on our team that just have played a huge role for us. And you know, not a lot of them are big talkers. They just lead by example. They go to class. They do things the right way, both on and off the field. And that's what Penn State's all about. A bunch of tough, grinded out guys that are smart, instinctive football players and love to play football for Penn State.
Matt McGloin's one of those guys, probably not as quiet as the other guys, but when you look at his journey, he didn't have a scholarship offer. Now he's going to leave here atop a lot of different categories. What can you say about his season and his career?
Give a ton of credit to him. You know, it's a rare story, you know, where you come into a Division I college football program, especially, you know, in my opinion, one of the best of all time at Penn State, and you don't have a scholarship, and you have to fight through many hoops to be able to even get on the field, and to think what he did and what he went through here personally and as a team, and then to be able to go out and have the senior year that he's had. Look, we all wish we could have some plays back this year, but for Matt, he's played really well, and he's put his time in, and he deserves everything that he's getting right now.
Saturday, 3:30 on ESPN2, Penn State, Wisconsin. Coach, keys to the game.
Well, I think, you know, again, defensively, we're going to have to stand up to the challenge of a physical running game. You know, we're going to have to set the edge on defense and get upfield with our defensive linemen and make sure we tackle well. I think offensively, we've got to control the tempo of the game. We have to do a really good job of seeing the defense through the same set of eyes and make sure we're all on the same page. And then, like I always say, I think special teams can make a difference. Wisconsin is very good on special teams, and I think we're good on special teams. So that'll be a place where we're going to really try to have to play well and get an edge.
Coach, best of luck on Saturday.
Thanks, Tony.